3 seasons here in Boulder and going up against 22nd ranked Iowa State at 5-1, 2-1 in the Big 12, and off their first loss of the season against Cincinnati last Saturday. Touchback for Buck Buchanan, and we check in with Chris Buck. They got their hands full with Rocco Becht and Iowa State. Redshirt junior quarterback floats one to one of his many tight ends. That's Gabe Burkle.
Full command of the offense.
First carry for the electric Abu Sama. Lowers the shoulder on DJ McKinney, picks up a dozen.
If you have small people on the field, they're going to run the football. Really gives them a lot of versatility.
It's 3 tight ends here, plus an extra offensive lineman, so run that way for Abu Sama. Got away from Preston Hodge, shoved out of bounds by Ben Finiseth.
Here you're going to see it. They're just going to block down and run basically a power type of action. Pull the left tackle, James Neal, and Usama's out the gate on the perimeter. Timing, all that comes into play. This is where you want to put him.
Saw Tom Orange, big piece of the defense for Iowa State. Underneath to Joseph Williams, and Xavier Townsend in motion with Rocco Becht rolling, and a quick hitter to his tight end, Gabe Burkle. He's got a first down into plus territory.
That's exactly what you want to see.
Another 3rd and long for Iowa State. Becht under pressure. The crossers complete to Bramer. Wrapped up at the 45 and just 4 yards.
Here again, Iowa State back in this 3-3-5 look. Let's see if Colorado can run the football with any effectiveness.
Salter pulls it, and he's got running room off the left side. Oh, they can run it with effectiveness.
There's just a zone read. You see him pull the football as the defensive end comes shuffling down the line of scrimmage, and they don't have any force on the perimeter to keep. For good reason. It's the strength of his game.
On a blitz, Salter got rid of it. First touch, Omarion Miller, who gets cracked down by Caleb Bacon, led by the former NFL head coach Pat Shermer. Salter finds the pocket, puts his foot in the ground. So Colorado moves into the red zone, and Micah Welch. 3rd down and 3 for the Buffs. A run for Welch, churning the legs off the left side, and it appears he's got enough. On 1st and goal, Welch follows Seaton, and Welch waltzes right in. Colorado strikes first.
They don't have anybody in support, in contain, and they're able to capture the edge immediately. Jordan Seaton's running out there going, who do I got? Who do I get to block?
For Rocco Becht and the Cyclones. Becht seen, and it's Xavier Townsend. Made a man miss and stumbles down past. Pick up a big one there with 19 to Townsend, a Becht childhood friend. Gets it again, and the UCF transfer turns it upfield into plus territory. Reggie Hughes in on the stop. Colorado tree here at the foothills of the Flatirons. Cam Michael takes it off the right side, and one of the fastest players on this team for Colorado with a good pickup.
Gangs with the blocking on the edge. You're going to see wide receiver Joseph Williams secure the edge. Big Jordan Seaton coming around the corner. Again, what front if you can't stop the run?
Michael stepped down at the 28, so just a gain of 8, and then he gets blasted by Cooper Ebel for a loss of 3.
Like he was listening to me up front here. He said, hey, look, you know what? How about this? How about you watch this? Watch me come over the top here and just shut all that nonsense down. Boom. That's how you do it. You've got to play down. Hasn't seen a target yet. Maybe they can get the ball to him.
Becht looks opposite that way, and a contested catch. Eli Green. First one since August.
Go figure. You go to the guy who you really haven't depended on that much so far in this season, and he just goes up over the top. Against DJ McKinney, their best cover corner here in the secondary for Colorado. That's the kind of spark they need. Amazing clip over the past couple of weeks, and there's another one.
21-yard pickup, and now misdirection. Abu Sama breaks free. Sama takes it into the red zone.
Just look at the blocking down at the point of attack. And then you got the pullers coming, led by big Brendan Black, the right guard. And when Abu Sama.
2 tight ends, direct snap. Sama follows Bohr and goes hurling past the 15. Trying to go over the top of DJ McKinney.
locking down and then getting out on the perimeter of Bruce Sama, just showing you his athletic ability. Defensive backs like to go low.
Chase Sowell comes back into the game. 0 and white, top of your screen. One of their top wideouts. Beck goes the opposite way for Eskelsen and out of his reach. DJ McKinney in coverage, and it's 4th down.
And just take away a lot of the playbook.
It's the 3rd string kicker, Chase Smith, true freshman walk-on, and Chase Smith gets it to go.
That's a good start for this Colorado offense.
Salter off a play fake. Fires downfield, and he dropped it in beautifully to Joseph Williams. Into plus territory by Williams.
Yeah, they got away with one here. You can see Joseph Williams. He's moving at the snap, and the referees missed the call. But Caden Salter just drops this in here perfectly. They have really been battling, despite the fact that so many people out through the injury.
Rocco Beck rolls, turns it upfield, and picks up a few yards on Tafik Bayard. Listed as a wide receiver, he's getting his first career offensive snaps today. Salter got the crosser, and his tight end, Zach Atkins, slips.
This is what Caden Salter, you see him here. Look, he blocks out the line of scrimmage initially, and then just leaks out to the left. It's a nice play call on the part of Pat Sherman. We'll see how they try to handle this situation here before end of half.
On the arm of Rocco Beck, checked out. Aiden Flora slipped a tackle, and Aiden Flora absorbs contact out toward the 20.
Just a nice job of Flora coming out of the backfield, catching the football. Rocco Beck taking the check down. But he is very mindful of making sure the ball isn't put in harm's way.
Bex still scanning. Flora again goes diving, and Aiden Flora makes the catch.
You know he can go the distance at any time.
Still 80 seconds to work with. Another completion, and Ben Bramer gets out of bounds. And it's empty for Rocco Beck. Buck 15 to go. Beck, seam, and Bramer makes the catch. To the red zone for Iowa State. And 16 more. Abu Sama back into the game. Brown blitzes. Beck runs that way. And Beck goes spinning down, and they will mark him down at the 1.
About it in the last series. This is where his legs become a factor down here inside the red zone. As you see the shoulders down right there, just short of the goal line.
Couple fullbacks as tight ends with Sama, who follows them, and Sama's in. Touchdown, Iowa State. And now big mix-up after the play as well in the end zone. They untangle.
Back in 1977, playing Pop Warner football with the T formation. Sometimes that's the best kind of football to play. Just nice and physical, win at the point of attack. That's a heck of a response on the part of Iowa State right there.
With Louis Riddick.
When it's operating at a high level.
So maybe the 2-minute offense is what spurs him into action. Quentin Gibson runs it out, finds a lane, and breaks a tackle. With the hesitation, takes it out to the 40.
One-score game.
And after the run back, can they grab a little yardage? Caden Salter, he goes sliding down. They spot it where the slide began.
See if we can break this game open.
They added back 2 seconds. Iowa State brought pressure, so this is Sincere Brown, who slides down with a second remaining, and
giving Colorado a chance to tie this game up.
So Buck Buchanan from 57, and he misses it wide right. He only had 2 touches in the first half. He's electric. Quentin Gibson handles the Chase Smith kick, and Gibson gets stripped. Williams in motion, and Salter a clean pocket. He takes a shot. A wide open Omarion Miller. Hello.
You're just going to see here, corner squatting in the flat. This safety's got to be driving over the top. You can't have 2 guys at the same depth in zone coverage. The wide receiver's just going to take off down the boundary. You see here, there's just a miscommunication. Somebody's got to be playing either in the deep half or the deep third. Without knowing the huddle call, it's hard to determine which guy made the mistake. But that is costly. You simply cannot do that and let that happen. Coming out here, the first play, where now you've ignited this football team, you've given this quarterback some confidence, and now the defense goes out here on the field for Colorado going, we're right back in it. You've got to communicate, especially when you're playing this 3-3-5 structure. They were sitting in that kind of zone defense that's designed to take away explosive plays, not give them up. That's a critical error.
Goes under center here. Second down and 3. Sama slips free. Abu Sama into plus territory. Ushered out of bounds by Ben Finnecent.
This is great feet. Look at it. Jump, get it back north and south. The corner, Makari Vickers doesn't even know where he's going. He's already out the gate.
14 for 124 for Abu Sama. And now Dylan Lee on the direct snap. He breaks the tackle. And Dylan Lee takes it into the red zone. Fired in on another stop. Sama again. Sama touchdown. Abu Sama is feasting. It already has been, and he caps the drive for Iowa State.
Well, they compared him to Breece Hall of the New York Jets. I think you're starting to see why.
Punted in high school, and after the penalty, he boots one away to the 19-yard line for Quentin Gibson. And Gibson strings it out wide and takes it out just shy of the 50.
330, 320 respectively.
Salter rolls, and toward the sideline, he's got it complete. He's top of your screen against Quentin Taylor. Salter steps away from Marcus Neal, and Salter slips the tackle of James, and he's got a first down.
Just watch, the corner's playing off and outside. The middle of the field is wide open. Just step up in the pocket and throw it to him. And maybe you have a guy who can split the middle of the field and score. Those are the kind of things that he has to take to the next level as far as his quarterback.
Matt Shermer was talking about with us going up against this John Haycock defense. Salter a screen. It's Joseph Williams who turns it upfield. Tayshawn James wraps him up, but that's enough to set up first and goal. And the redshirt freshman Cam Michael with Salter. 3-man rush. Salter with time. He floats one back in the end zone. Williams! Touchdown, Colorado!
And then he just finds Joseph Williams. Nice touch. Run a little mesh concept. The result is a touchdown.
Now Rocco Becht back with it for Iowa State, down by 4. He layers one in beautifully to Gabe Burkle. Chris Lore. Second down from midfield for Iowa State. A give again for Sama. Finds the running lane. Sama with a stiff arm. Stays on his feet. And finally brought down inside the 15. They take the speed off the field. They get the heavy personnel in. And Rocco Becht steps under center. And whistles pre-snap and a flag down.
Offside, defense number 92 with contact. Half the distance of the goal, first down.
Wow, that is on Anquin Barnes right over the center.
You see him right there. I mean, you're right over the center. You're looking at the ball. You move when it moves. May have saw Rocco Becht. See if you can force them to kick a field goal or make this a 4-down type of situation.
Sama on the pitch. A stiff arm and nowhere to go. On third down, Rocco Becht goes that way and he's intercepted by Tawfiq Byard. Now there is a flag down in the end zone in the direction of Bramer. One of the stud tight ends at 6'7", who was matched up on the corner at 6 feet tall. Guy in Ivan Yates, who had only played 6 defensive snaps all season coming into today.
There is no foul on the play. The result of the play is Colorado interception, first down.
Wow, all kinds of physicality. Maybe it was initiated by Bramer. Matt Campbell can't believe it.
Well, you're going to see Bramer run into him, and he's just going to, you see him put both hands into the chest of the defender and then try to turn around again, just box him out and play basketball. But you can tell Matt Campbell is arguing, just look at Ivan Yates' left arm. He wraps it around the shoulder pads, and it looks like he pulls him to the ground. And how about Tawfiq Byard making that with a cast on his left hand?
Well, let's So now it's 3rd down and 9 from the 20 for Salter and the Buffaloes with pressure coming. Salter slings one on the deep out. Got it complete to Joseph Williams.
He's getting this right in his face, and he stands right in there. He never blinks. He lets that ball go before the wide receiver comes out of the break. And for as much stuff as this young man has taken as far as his ability to play.
Been a long time coming, and he has started to find a rhythm. Extra offensive lineman, so they run it with Dallin Hayden, and Hayden has enough and more for a 1st down. At 11 for the Buffaloes, up by 4 on Iowa State. Against pressure, quickly out. Quentin Gibson's got some wiggle, and he gets spun down just shy of the 45. Micah Welch checks back in and gets the call. And Welch gets blown up off the left side. It's a loss of 1. Cooper Ebel in on the... Matt Campbell still irate during that commercial break. Cyclones got a long field in front of him. And Abu Sama off the left side following Brendan Black, searching for more space. And Abu Sama turns that.
Big 3rd down.
Pressure comes. Beck got rid of it quickly, and a sure-handed tackle made by Tawfiq Byard on Ben Bramer, who went reaching out for it, but he is short, and it's 4th down. Sama's been the workhorse. He plunges forward, and Sama is stacked up and short. Turnover on downs.
It's just too slow hitting of a play. Just look how Sama has to shuffle to his left and then get going vertically in north and south. And by that time, Colorado has already reestablished the line of scrimmage and gotten some penetration.
Colorado. Salter stood up. Tayshaun James and Cooper Ebel, the linebacker, after just a yard, and it's 4th down.
Maybe even come away with it with a blocked field goal attempt.
29-yard try for the steady senior Alejandro Mata. He's been with Deion Sanders a long time. Mata splits the uprights, and the lead is 7.
Up the tempo a little bit. You saw how it affected him earlier in the game.
He fires to his tight end, Ben Bramer. Rumbles to midfield, and a dart from Rocco Becht.
If I was Colorado's defense,
they're going to run it with Rocco Becht on 3rd down and 10. He gets stacked up, so that indicates the plans with 4th down coming up for Iowa State. Michael the motion, Hayden the give off the right side. A 1st down and physicality running into the face of Tayshaun James.
Watch him lead his running mate, Dallin Hayden, around the edge. You see him here. Watch him just get the block. Just kicks out support on the field.
Snap it around 220. Hayden with a lane. Dallin Hayden shoved out of bounds, but there is a marker back near midfield as well.
Holding, offense, number 4. 10-yard penalty enforced from the spot on the foul. 1st down.
I could see it coming. Amari Miller just trying to spring his running back for a big play. Just watch his left hand as it gets outside the framework of Trey Bell. Just let it run, and you'll see him. You're going to see, watch his left hand. Right there. Like an instantaneous grab. Just
for Matt Campbell at Iowa State. Salter keeps and gets tripped up by the safety Jamison Patton for a loss of 5. Today that Colorado's offense has faced, and they do go to the air, and Salter connects! A dart to Joseph Williams! Wow!
The safety get too wide, down the seam, and you don't have anybody run with him. Whenever you vacate the middle of the field in the too high look, you have to have somebody running with him down the seam. You can see the safety, 31, Marcus Neal, try to recover late, but he's too late on it. Caden Salter recognizes it immediately. That's textbook. That's great.
And Colorado upsets Iowa State.
got